Hi everybody, welcome to New Year's resolutions. This is a video for January 30th, and the resolution is forgive. It is hard to forgive situations and especially people in our lives when those events come back, when you remember what happened and how you felt, right? Those are not happy memories. Those are instances in our lives where we feel disempowered, when we feel sad, when we know people is lying to us. And they're even having a hard time lying to us because they keep on trying to sell us a story that we know is not true, right? So what happens when people get caught doing something that they know that is wrong and that is hurting the other person, and they get caught, and then you confront the person and you tell them what you just realized and what you found out that they are doing that hurts you and harms who we are as a person, right? Who you are as a person. So what happens when you confront someone like that? They're gonna lie to you, of course. They don't want to get the feeling of being caught. It's not that common that people is gonna tell you the truth straight up because they want to continue that behavior. So they're gonna try to sell you a lie, why they're doing what they're doing, even if you are finding proof and clues of what it is that they could possibly be doing. And maybe you were already feeling it, maybe you were having dreams about it, maybe you saw a different behavior on them, and you kind of see it coming or you expect it to happen, right? So what happens when the person who you are confronting denies it is because they kind of want to continue the same behavior. They want to keep on doing what they are doing because it's bringing benefit in their life. It's either causing them some type of happiness or some type of joy, or is fulfilling a need that they have that is not happening with you or with the environment or with their current situation. So they are looking for alternative ways of finding that happiness. That those ways might harm you because you are in love, because you care, because you feel betrayed, because you feel taken advantage, because you feel like you are taken as someone who wouldn't realize, or you feel people is treating you like you are stupid and you know that you are not, of course. And then when you confront someone who has been doing wrong on you, when you find out, those are tough memories, they are not easy to process, they are not easy to keep them away, because even years later you're gonna have that memory still. Those memories come back and hurt your feelings. So how are you feeling now? It's just a mirror of how are you emotionally and spirituality, and how wise are you, how self-sufficient you are, and how self-secure are you are uh, of your personality now. How do you see that event or circumstance? And a good way of looking at it is with compassion, having compassion for yourself, being the one that got affected by it, and having compassion for the person who did it to you. Imagining what kind of a state they were, that they had to do something that harm you, that make you feel betrayed, and make you feel wanting to cry, and make you feel that you wanted to put distance in between you and them, right? Ultimately, we are all human beings, and we do have feelings and emotions, and we do wrong to people, sometimes. So the hard part of you doing wrong to someone is that they find out and tell you, in your face what they found out, and you're gonna try to deny it. You're gonna try to say, well, it's not what you're thinking, right? You're gonna try to say it's not what you're thinking. The person you're dealing with has a level of intelligence close to you, or even more, and sometimes less, but they are intelligent in probably other area that you are not. So uh, when you're confronting someone, and you know that what you are saying, it is a behavior that they are doing and they got caught, right? It's like confronting a child and letting him know that he is wrong, right? So it's the kind of compassion we need to have for these people. It's like when Christ was being crucified and he was being mistreated, and he knew he was gonna die. He said, if these people knew what they were doing, they would have not do it. If they have fully consciousness of what they were doing to me, they will not done it, right? It's because people don't have the consciousness that what they are doing causes the kind of harm that it causes, right? So it is hard to forgive when you encounter any of these situations. If it involves money or love or a relationship or a family, when a family is broken, is one of those experiences that feel like a car accident, or just like the divorce. Divorce is compared to falling from the fifth floor of a building, right? Or having a car accident. Is those experiences the ones when you crash or you get to the floor, it doesn't stop hurting right there. That is the big impact. But that is the beginning of a major injury that you keep on dealing with. These are injuries that have struggles and consequences and after after effects. When like medicine has um, this consequences, like the symptoms, this way of when prescriptions have side effects, right? So the side effects of these circumstances in our life have occurrences of harm in us. We either get sick, we get injured, parts of our body hurt. So parts of our emotional body hurt when we remember situations where we've been injured in the past. When it hurts so bad that you knew uh, that you were right and that the person was doing what you thought they were doing, but they had the guts to deny it in your eye, right? Um, I used to hear that when people look at you in the eye, they cannot lie to you. But people who lie, they can do that. They can look at you in your eyes. They can look directly at your eyes and lie to you, right? And most of the time when that happens, when they look into your eyes, it makes them cry. You're gonna see them teary eye because it's hard. They know they're lying to you, but they are still doing it, right? It's like when you're taking advantage of a child, you're taking advantage of the innocence of the person, or you are taking advantage of the love they have for you, of the appreciation, or the trust that they have on you, right? So they know that they are taking advantage. And it's hard to see your faces, it's hard to know that you still do nice things for them when they are taking advantage, when they are um, taking advantage of the trust you have on them, of the love, of the compassion, of the way you see them, right? You have this image of this person, and then this person does something to you that is betrayal. Most of the times, it's betrayal in any form, business, love, relationships, decisions, change of plans. So it is betrayal. You feel betrayed. So those are the situations where it's the hardest to forgive, and also situations that we live when we didn't have a saying, when we were children, when we had relationships when we were very young, when we are so apart in age, when the person who is older is usually the wisest, but also when the older person is taken advantage by a young person that knows the need, that know that they are being liked, that they're going to be let go, that they are going to be allowed to do what is not right, right? So people who takes advantage is because they know they have uh, some kind of allowance. They know they have some kind of permission. They have some kind of advantage in the relationship, pretty much, or on the situation. So they feel they have an advantage, and they will probably be let go, or they think it's not going to be noticeable, or you're not going to find out, right? So when we find out and we confront the person that we have the issue with, and they have the gut to lie to you in your face and looking at your eyes, it's even more painful. You want to cry right away, you want to be mad, you want to punch him in the face, right? You want to kick him, you want to slap the person, because it's just so harmful what they cannot admit that you already know is what is happening, right? So how to move from that kind of pain into forgiveness is first having compassion for yourself. and then having compassion for the person, and knowing that once when you release the person who caused you that harm, you are releasing yourself from that prison, from that cage, right? You're not there with them anymore. You were at that specific time and place, but you are not there anymore. So having the ability of knowing that you are not there anymore is like looking at yourself like a bird that you're gonna open the door for, and you're gonna let that bird out, which is you. You know, eventually you're gonna open the door to let that bird out of that situation, and at the door you're gonna leave it open because you don't want to leave the other person in cage, because he will try to escape, and by him trying to escape he will be hating you. You don't want people to hate you back. So once when you open the door to let yourself free, then you're gonna leave the door open, because if the other person wants to also be free, they can also leave the cage. If they want to stay there, is their decision, but it's not you closing the door on them, right? When we leave the door open, is you're leaving the door open for communication, for forgiveness, for letting it go, right? You're giving the person inside the cage the freedom to either fly and go somewhere else, or decide what they want to do, right? And also you might think, well, I don't want to leave the door open because I don't want the same bird to come after me, right? But your ability to escape the situation is, once in you're free, there are many opportunities for you to fly into different circumstances. And remember also that you're never alone. You know, even you can be flying alone at the beginning. Once when you're free, there is all this helps, all these other birds that are looking at what is happening, right? It's not like they cannot get you out of the cage. And maybe there are birds that are coming to see you when you are in the cage, and once when you get out, once when they are free, they are close to you. You know, it's not the person that is causing you the suffering that is going to be close to you, but it will also give you an awareness that when another bird wants to keep you in cage, you will already know that you're gonna find a way to have that door open and escape. And that door is forgiveness. Once when you forgive that person, the situation, or the event, the door for you to escape that cage is going to be open, right? And when the other person is ready to forgive you, then the door will open for them as well, right? They might not see the door open as you see it when you forgive, because they might be busy doing what they were doing, and they are probably not paying attention that you already escaped. Now, when they kind of try and keep you on the cage and try to treat you like you are on the cage still, you are not in the cage anymore. They don't have the same power. They don't have that close reach, because you are free. You're not in the cage anymore, unless you decide to come back, which is reviving the situation, keep on fighting for the same way of same old style of life, or the way things used to be, right? Many times we lose our energy fighting for the way things used to be, and we don't see the opportunity on the new. You know, it happens with politics. People think that because you are happy that a new person took the chair, you are that specific side of the politics, right? You're either one side of the other one of the teams. It's not that you are one of the other side of the teams. It's that you are just going for a new opportunity, a new way, a new person looking at the world and see what they can do with what they have, right? So I don't see the need for us being divided because someone is posting about the new president compared to someone is posting about the old president, right? The old president already had his chance. He already had the amount of time that he had to do what he could. And he did what he knew how to do, right? So when we give a new person the opportunity to lead and to take the chair, we are depositing trust on the new person. Whatever he does or she does with that trust is what they will do best or know how to do, or find ways to do it, and whatever set of values that they have, is what is going to determine the outcome of people who depend on them. You know, if we depend on a president to lead our country and to take decisions as far as passing laws or having changes in the community, the society, or renovating the laws, or probably making our life better, we are trusting this new person who just took the chair, right? And part of the world changing is our ability to adapt to change. And this quality is easily demonstrated by children. If you take a group of kids into a new environment, they will find a way to adapt. They will find a way to support each other. It is as adults that we have the harder time because we are not willing to adapt to the circumstances anymore. We're not willing to be creative. We're not willing to be united. We are not willing to play together. You know, when kids are in a playground, they don't care who is black, who is blue, who is yellow, who is white. They just want to play together. It's just when we are grown-ups that we have all these divisions. Uh, is either religion, it's either beliefs, it's economic, it's stadium, it's positions in life, it's positions in business, is also talents. You know, we probably feel more talented than other people, and our ego is bigger than people who don't even believe that they are good, and they could probably be better than us, but they just don't believe it. They just see themselves as not good enough or not talented enough. No one has told them you are good as you are and you are good enough. They don't believe it, right? Because they haven't been reinforced that belief. So I'm here to tell you, you are good enough. You have talents and you have gifts to give to the world. Your work on this life incarnation is to find out what are your talents and what can you possibly give to the world to make it more beautiful. This is our purpose. Make it more beautiful than it is, and also enjoy the parts of it that is beautiful, that are love, that are happiness. And we all have chances like that, and sometimes they happen um, unadvertised. Big, uh, what I'm trying to say is that we don't realize it, right? We don't see them. It's like they happen so quickly that we are busy trying to do something else. And so you will discover that sometimes happiness happens in short amount of times, but it's always present. We need to be able to get a hold of happiness and be able to forgive others. That is my resolution. Forgive. I love you. Thank you for watching.